kidding. So our theme for tonight, for today, is around staying present. And those of you who are, whoops, there she is. Is that working better, Danielle?
Yes, thank you. I had to
Oh,
restart my computer.
oh, okay. You sound really clear now. Good. So I was just saying our theme, our focus for this practice is around staying present. Prentice, what is that? But just a little note about it. Believe it or not, meditation can go on even when the mind is chattering away. Who'd have thunk, right? It is the nature of the mind to create thoughts and images. So the mind is energy. The energy that we call mind is dynamic. Like an ocean, it has an innate tendency to create surface waves. Yet when you sit regularly, you'll become aware of a part of the mind that is untouched by thoughts. This may have happened to you already since you've been practicing for quite a while. You might experience that deeper layer of consciousness as a pure sense of being or a sense of being a witness. We've talked about that before. Sometimes it feels as if you have plunged into the deeper water of the mind where it is calm, while all the time the mental chatter continues. In other words, the mind can keep thinking, but you are not affected by those thoughts. So let the thoughts be there and see if you can become aware of the awareness, the sense of being present that is behind the thoughts or underlying. So that is really the basis, the foundation, the reason for practicing yoga. We do the physical part to satisfy the body and to stretch it out, to get circulation going, to get kinks out, tension to release, to cleanse. So the asanas have a great impact on us and on the mind. But the actual reason we practice yoga is calming the body and hence the mind, because the body and the mind are one. You can't separate them. But when we become the witness, that is our essence, the observer self, the witness, okay? That's what we want to focus on. So when you meditate, you want to work towards that energy, that essential nature of you. And it doesn't matter if the thoughts are there. They will calm down. They may not go away completely. That's pretty rare, but so when you become the witness, that's you tapping into your higher self. And the more and more you work with that part of yourself, the more connected to the actual source you become. So you tap into that unlimited energy, the infinite and the divine. So that's where you're completely protected and your witness self has no judgment of you. So it's all love and a sense of well-being. So we're going to aim for that tonight. We're just going to head in that direction with our yoga poses. In Kripalu, where I took my training, they have 3 stages. The first is the physical, where you're just getting used to the poses and figuring out where your body needs to be. And then there's the physical and the mental. And then you go into the 3rd stage, which is the witness self in your poses. So let's just play with that and see how it goes, and we'll just have fun with it. Okay, so we'll start with centering and just letting go of anything that might be weighing heavy on you, anything that is causing the polarities from one thing to another in your mind. So if you want to bring your hands into mudra, pick your favorite one, and palms up for spirituality, palms down for groundedness. So whatever works for you in this moment. So first of all, we'll just close our eyes. If you're comfortable with that, you can leave them open if you prefer, but it can close out distraction. And just imagine anything that doesn't belong in your energy field, just whisk it away. Let it drop away, fall away. Just notice where your mind is at right now, how it is, what's happening in your mind. Just a starting point, a set point. And then bring your attention to your breath and follow the rhythm a few rounds. Keep your focus on the breath. Now, check around your body to see if you feel tension or if you're holding anywhere. We need to sit up tall, but other than that, we can let everything relax. Now check to see if you're holding somewhere and then you let it go, and then oops, you're holding it right back again. Sometimes that happens. So just let it go again. And I'd like to suggest an affirmation for this practice with this idea. And my suggestion is I connect easily with my observer self or my witness self. I connect easily with my witness self. Just open to the idea, making room for that to happen, allowing. So it's the new moon. The energy of the new moon is slightly more conducive to meditation because there's less activity. It's a more subdued energy. Still powerful, but more inward focused. So we'll attune to breath, just bringing palms together in front of your heart, and we'll lift our arms overhead. And I would say we can use our affirmation here, saying as we lift arms, I connect easily, exhale, with my observer self, my witness self. I connect easily with my witness self. I connect easily with my witness self. Couple more rounds. And one more time. And then just bring your arms around behind you, interlace your fingers, and open your shoulders, open your chest. Bring your shoulder blades a little closer together and then stretch your arms out behind you, lift them up. You can take your head back if you wish and squeeze, contracting those muscles to squeeze out any tension. And once again, just lengthen out through your hands, lift your arms up, take in a nice breath, and exhale. Lift your chin, your heart center, your arms, and then release and bring your arms up overhead. Breathe. Palms together, turn your palms up and reach. Good. And open the shoulders, just press a few pulses going to the back. And then reach up some more. You can always lengthen after that first stretch. Reach up and release your hands, your arms, and just come over to your left side. Lift up, inhale, and reach out. Try to keep shoulders forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over to the side. Beautiful. And reach through your fingertips, stretching away from your hip. Look up under your arm. That will help you keep your shoulders aligned. Just become aware of the moment, reaching away from your hip. Notice how that feels. And then press the floor away. Bring both arms up, lean back and switch your feet. And come over to your right and reach. And then inhale up. Just starting to loosen up and warm up your body. And stretch through your fingertips. Rotate the shoulder up and back. Look up under your arm. Lengthen. Relax on the exhale. And then come back to center. Good. All right. And then just sliding your hands forward, reach out. Feel your hips. And then just walk your hands in. And just stretch your legs out. We'll work with inclined plane and Paschimottanasana. So just shaking out your legs, loosen them up. And windshield wiper. And circle around in your ankles. Reverse. And flex. As you flex your feet, lift up on the sitting bones, tilt your navel pointing forward, and then press the back of your legs into the mat. Press through your heels. Now bring your hands on top of your legs and just slide your hands down, but tilt in your hips rather than bending in your back, okay? So just reach forward towards your toes. See if you can bring your hands onto your toes and sit tall. Breathe a nice long breath. Exhale and draw your toes towards you. Press through your heels. Press the back of your legs down. Feel the stretch. And then let it go for a moment. Take in another breath. Lengthen in your spine. Exhale. Draw your toes towards you. Press through your heels and lengthen. Press away in your tailbone. All right, and then just point your toes. Give them a little massage, your ankles, your feet, arches. And then come back. Bringing your hands around behind you, just kind of press on your arms, your hands, side to side. Just, okay. Now lift your heart up, bring your shoulder blades closer together into an arch. Take your head back. And then slide your hands down your legs once again. Flex your feet and lengthen out over your legs. As you breathe, your body will surrender to the stretch. All right. and then lift back up. Bring your arms around to the back. Point your toes once again. And this time we'll lift up into inclined plane. So just press your hips up, open the chest. See if your toes will reach the floor. And come back down. Flex your feet and breathe arms up overhead. Reach and come forward. And then scoop your fingertips forward. Use your arms to lift you up. And exhale down. Point your toes. Incline plane. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Lift. And lower down. And again, Paschimottanasana. Breathing arms overhead. Hinge forward in your hips. Nice long spine, like somebody's pulling on your hands. And then scoop your fingertips up. Now bend your left knee. You can leave the foot on the inside of your right knee, or you can take it outside. Bring your right arm around that leg. Lift up and turn in your torso. Use your leverage, holding onto that arm, and bring your left arm down behind you into your twist. Keep reaching up through your crown as you look over your shoulder. Press through the heel on your extended leg. Now, slightly unwind. Bring your right hand down onto the mat. Bring the inside of your right foot down. Press on both hands and lengthen the top foot on top of your right foot. Come up into side plank. Firm legs, firm arms, long spine. Bring your hand down, your right hand down, soften your knees, and come around to the front. Breathing both arms up overhead. Sorry. And bend your left knee. Bring it over. Oh no, other side. I'm sorry. It'd be your right knee. And turn, bring your front arm around. Twist in your spine gently. And bring your arm down behind you. You want your hand close to your hip. You can use that arm for support for your back. Look over your shoulder. Okay, from here, bring your left hand down onto the mat. That's going to lean you forward. Just bring your left foot down onto the floor. Press up onto your hands and slide your leg down. You'll just cross the top leg over and lift up into your side plank. Legs are firm, they're working. Draw in your core. Soften your knees, bring your hand back down, set your hips down onto the floor. Good job. Okay, swing your legs around to the back. Come into a good old puppy stretch. Let's see here. So from here, we'll come into an elbow plank. So you can bring your palms together or interlace fingers. Stretch out onto the balls of your feet. Press through your heels. Check out your core, your abdominal muscles. Now just lift your left leg up wherever it'll go from here. And release. Other side. Knee is straight. And let it down. Let your knees down and pull back once again into puppy stretch. All right, and then come up sitting on your heels. So we'll work with a fun one. It's called a barrel plank. Okay, we've done this before, but it's been a long, long time. What you need to do is clear, like starting, if you have your hands in the center of your mat, you want to clear the space, the length of your body all the way around your mat. So just take a moment, clear everything out. Thought I turned that off. Okay, so with your hands in the middle of your mat, the center, come into your plank, and then walk your feet around in a circle like you're a compass. Go all the way around the circle. Until you come back to your starting point. All right, let your knees down. Come up onto your knees. Circle around a few times in your shoulders, bend your elbows. Just get loosened up. Reverse. Shake it out. Okay, so remember which way you went the first time. Now we're going to go back around the other way. So starting in your plank, remember to breathe. And okay, go. Try to keep the integrity of your plank as you go around your circle. Breathe. And back to center. Pull back. Hop your feet in wherever they'll come. And slowly come up into standing. Standing twist. Loosen up. All right, so from here, we want to just stretch our arms out a little bit more. So just bring your right arm out, take in a breath. Exhale it across the center line of your body. Take a hold of your forearm and just give it a little stretch, pulling your arm toward you. Keep your elbow straight, not gripping or locked, but straight, so that you get the stretch in your shoulder. Keep pulling wherever it'll come to. Now release it, bring it up overhead. This is your right arm. Reach for that elbow and see if you can get your arm behind your head. Take in your breath, reach up tall, and exhale over to the side. Press down in your feet as you lift your elbow and your crown, and release your arms down. Okay, left arm, cross the center line of your body. Take a hold of your arm and draw it into a stretch. Breathe. See how this feels on this side. And then bring your arm up overhead. So you're just bringing your hand down your back, elbow behind your head or as close as it'll come. Hold on to your elbow, reach up tall, breathe. Exhale over. Become aware of the moment, observing yourself as you move through your yoga poses. And then release. Bring both arms up overhead. Step your right leg forward, left leg back into warrior one. Your arms are already overhead. Just get your balance. Reach. And breathe a deep breath, lift. Exhale and lower down. And breathe. Use your Ujjayi breath. Last time. Next time up, we'll hold. And reach. Bring your palms in. Just gaze at a spot out ahead of you, a drishti. And pull back, step it in, and just switch sides into warrior one. Hips pointing forward, breathe. Exhale down. Fully aware in the moment, focused. And this time we'll hold, reach. Drishti forward. And pull back in the front knee, inhale, step it in, palms in Anjali Mudra. Taking a deep breath. Soften, ground into the right foot. Lift your left knee. Just holding for a moment or two. Taking a breath. Step out of your hold. Breathe in again. Shift the weight to your left foot and lift your right knee up. Hold. Focus on a spot. And inhale and release down. Good. A swan dive. Breathe it up. Exhale out to the side and head to knee pose. And then lift up. Slowly come up. Soften your knees. A good deep bend, deep knee bend. Shift the weight over onto your right foot and cross your ankle over for a standing four square. Change your drishti somewhere on the floor. Flex the top foot and lower down. If you fall out of it, just come back in. Now take your hands, reach for the floor, and take that leg up behind you. Reach it up
let it come down. Soften both knees. Walk your hands back in. Shift the weight over to your left leg. Focus on your drishti. Lift the ankle up and over. Give it a try. Lower down. And then reach your hands forward. Take that leg back and up. Swing it up. And then lower it down. Separate your feet. Coming down for a stretch for your hips. Coming into center for just a moment in Malasana. And then releasing, bring your fingertips to the floor, lift your hips up, draw your feet in, arms out to the side, a reverse swan coming up, palms overhead, exhale down. Become aware in the moment. Check in with your observer self. And then reach your arms around behind you. Just take your arms away from your back. Engage legs and hips. Reach your heart center up. Pull up out of your hips and go to the back. If you need to protect your low back, just bring your hands on your low back. Otherwise, just lift up. Lift the front of your body, arch to the back. Press down in your feet, ground into the earth and roll up and over. Arms overhead. If you need to, you can round your knees. You can soften a little bit to round your back. Press down in the soles of your feet and slowly lift up, coming back to center. All right, good. Now, coming down onto your mat. Just bring your hands around behind you, knees vertical. Take your left leg up and over. Just cross it over, taking a breath. Exhale, and take your knees over to your right. Come into a twist. Try to keep your shoulders facing forward. And unwind. Uncross. And right leg up and over. Taking your breath. Exhale into your twist. Shoulders forward. Just take your knees over wherever they'll go.
mindful, observing yourself. Slowly unwind. Just bring your hands underneath your legs. Loosen up in your shoulders a little bit. Roll down onto your back. Lift your feet up to the ceiling just for a little drainage. Arms can either be holding onto your legs or relaxing at your sides. A restorative hold. Now, take your heels out and touch your big toes together. And then slide down your foot, bring your heels together, take your toes out, and just back and forth a couple of times. And then bring your hands under your hips slightly. Press your low back into the mat. Lower your legs down. Release your hands, turn your palms up. Slide your feet apart a foot to 18 inches. And make sure that your hips are rolled under and your shoulder blades are rolled under, lengthening your neck. And just repeat our affirmation. I easily connect with my observer self. Remaining in the moment, I easily connect with my observer self. And just repeat it mentally once or twice more. Allowing your body to become heavy with relaxation unless you're one who feels lighter with relaxation. Just notice as you float down into a deeper state of awareness. Check to see if you're holding anywhere and let it go. Invite the area to relax. Imagine looking down on yourself from above.
looking down on yourself. I connect easily with my observer self. Now, without moving just yet, become aware that you're observing yourself. Just look down on yourself or look within. Connect even more. Now imagine taking that awareness and going up as though a beam from you going up and up out into the sky, higher and higher, out into the universe, and feeling the awareness all around you in the universe. That divine intelligence is everywhere, hugging you, embracing you, honoring you. Look around and see the sun, see the stars, even some comets. Maybe you see a wormhole over yonder. But feel how it is to be enveloped by the universal forces that love you so much. And then bring yourself back
in through the Earth's magnetosphere, through the sky, and back down into the room, into your body. And just start to bring some little tiny movement into your body, your hands and feet. Check your neck if you want to take it side to side. And then slide your feet together, lift your knees, pull them in for a nice hug. Come over onto one side. And then roll forward onto your hands and up into sitting. Bring your hands into the Unity Mudra, the thumb and index fingers touching. Stretch the other fingers out. A mudra to seal in your experience today, your practice, your benefits of your moves, your awareness. And then bring palms into Anjali Mudra. Enjoy these new moon energies. It's a time to start new projects that will grow with the light of the moon. So namaste, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Michelle. That was wonderful.